Hello everyone. In this video, we're going to go over the question of booster shots and if you're going to get a booster, should you get a booster with the same vaccine that you had the first time, or is a different vaccine better? And I think personally that a different vaccine is better, and I'll tell you why. It's because of these two papers right here. And so what they talk about is called heterologous vaccination. So this one is the AstraZeneca. So that's one that's not available in the United States. It is an adenoviral vaccine, very similar to the Johnson & Johnson vaccine, and this is the Moderna vaccine. And so what they show here is when you boost um, the the AstraZeneca vaccine with another AstraZeneca vaccine, you get a moderate boost in neutralizing antibodies. However, if you boost with the mRNA vaccine, you get a pretty significant boost. So here, let's expand this so we can see a little bit better right here. Yeah, so here's the AstraZeneca boosted with an AstraZeneca, so it goes from here to here. So slight increase. If you boost it with the Moderna vaccine, you go from here to here. So it's pretty significant increase. Um, and then you get better neutralization titers if you boost with the Moderna. So now the thing is, the Moderna is a little bit better than the AstraZeneca to begin with. So maybe it's just, you're boosting with a better vaccine. So they checked that out in this paper. And what you see is um, this is again the AstraZeneca vaccine. So AstraZeneca, and then so they're comparing three groups. You get boosted from AstraZeneca to AstraZeneca. You get boosted from the mRNA vaccine to an mRNA vaccine, and then a mix of the two. So in here you see it's about the same. So this p-values are a statistical test that shows you whether they think it's actually different. So they saying this one and this one are actually different, this one and this one are actually different, but there's no difference between this one and this one. These two are statistically the same. So there's no difference between getting boosted with an mRNA and mRNA and getting boosted with a different vaccine. So AstraZeneca then mRNA. Same thing here. No difference between the two, but the mRNA and the heterologous vaccine are both better than just getting two AstraZeneca vaccines. This one, they're all the same across the board. So they're equally good for that. And then here, in terms of neutralizing antibodies, they show that the heterologous vaccine, so you get two different types of vaccine, that is better. So there's a p-value of 0.0005. So this is better. And then here, in terms of the spike protein, the heterologous is better. So heterologous vaccination, so where you get two different types of vaccines, is either the same or better than getting two mRNA vaccines, and it's definitely better than getting two adenoviral vaccines. So these two papers, and I'll link both of them below, basically show that getting two different types of vaccines is probably better for a booster if you're gonna get a booster. And there's a couple of mechanistic reasons why that would be the case, because the different vaccines are slightly different in the spike protein they present. So your immune system probably gets a slightly different look at it and may attack different epitopes. So they recognize different parts of it. So you'll get better neutralizing antibodies and many different types of neutralizing antibodies. So me personally, if I ever end up getting a booster, which I may or may not do, I'm probably going to wait for the Novavax because that's the one I wanted right from the beginning. And so if that ever gets approved, um, in the United States, I'm probably going to get that rather than getting another mRNA vaccine because I got the Moderna. So if that's not available, maybe I'll get the Johnson & Johnson. But if I had my choice, I'd probably wait for the Novavax and get boosted with that. All right, so I hope that's helpful for people that are thinking about getting a booster. The current status of the boosters is uh, at the time of this video, the CDC and the FDA have not made recommendations again. They took initial votes in the committees, and they declined a booster for the general population and sort of um, preliminarily approved them for elderly and for healthcare workers and other high-risk groups. But if you do get a vaccine, a booster, it's probably better to get a different type